Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the trades that we took today, as well as the game plan going into the rest of the week. So, this is what we looked like on the 30-minute chart. You guys know this tells us the trend in the market. And if we pull up the 30-minute here, you can see what happened today. The market actually ended up flipping bullish. There was some, I think, earnings after hours. We're going to have to see how we open up tomorrow. But as of right now, the market did flip bullish into the close, and I'm only going to be focused on the long side. So that means 0 DT cross on calls is going to be what to look for tomorrow. If for some reason this chart did cross back down and the bulls lost the trend, then most likely a put cross is what I'd be taking in that scenario. So yeah, that's pretty much the gameplay for tomorrow. Today, this is what we looked like. So off of open, we actually opened right at the 30-minute 50. I didn't call this out, but I did short some and caught a really good move. It was just a massive pivot point here, and then if you look at the higher time frames, the 1 hour 50 was sloped down super hard right up in here, and then also the 2 hour was sloped down hard as well. We didn't hit it, but still all the 50s were really sloped down. We were at a major resistance, and caught a good short. Didn't call that one out. I don't like calling trades out right off the open because they are a little bit higher risk, and I don't want to share that in the Discord. But yeah, it was like a 65-point move. I caught on NQ. That's where I sold it all at. And yeah, I mean, it was a simple move, simple trade. I'm just playing the reject on the 30-minute. So that was that. And then if we pull the 0 DT charts, this is what the puts looked like today. Obviously, you can see there was no entries to short because there was no cross on the put side. So pretty simple. And then if we flip to the call side, this is what we looked like. Again, we had this massive move off of open. We ripped really hard. We got this cross. Actually, no, that was 11 o'clock. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong side of it. But if we look here right off open, we ended up opening right at the 30-minute 50. Like I said, that's why we ended up getting this pullback. And obviously at this point, you'd be selling it all when we hit that 0 DT 50 because that is where we could bounce from. It's a very, very strong area on the 0 DT chart. So that's where you would have taken profit if you took that 30-minute reject, paid nicely. And then all you had to look for really was another cross, but it was very weird because we were at that 30-minute 50, so I didn't take any of these. Like this cross right here was actually based off of news that came out, so wouldn't have even touched that for today. I didn't, I'm not taking anything off of this news candle that came out. And then we ended up actually getting the 10 right here, and the 10 estimate curled up right here, and we did get a nice move out of it. I mean, this was not a trade that I really wanted to take though because we were still right at the 30-minute 50. So I sat out of this. I didn't take this long. I didn't like it. It wasn't like a high confidence trade or anything. So I wanted the market to flip bullish for me to really be wanting to go long. So if this chart did go negative though, that's kind of what I was looking for. If this chart went negative, then I would have actually shorted. But the market didn't end up staying neutral. We flipped bullish in the close, and that's why this chart ended up ripping. But honestly, not something I wanted to take. If you did take it, it was a little bit higher risk in my opinion, but it still ended up playing out. Just not something I wanted to throw risk on the table in a neutral market. So yeah, that was that. That's pretty much all you would have done today. I mean, you could have, this 30-minute reject, honestly, in my opinion, was the best play to take today because down in here, obviously we don't buy this 50 dip because we are neutral. And then back in here, yeah, you could have played the reclaim right here, but again, I didn't like it. We're right at the 30-minute 50, not a high, probability setup in my opinion. So sat out of that. So that's those were the opportunities for today right here, and then the reclaim. That's what you'd have done today. But yeah, going into tomorrow, like I said, we're bullish. I'm focused on the longs. Unless some overnight move happens where we dump, I'm gonna be favoring the upside. And if we just scroll to this chart one more time, if we go to the higher time frames, you can see we broke above the 1 hour 50, the 2 hour 50 we're breaking above right now. Still sloped down a little bit. But we do have the 4 hour 50. It's not too much of a concern because you can already see we hit it once, twice, 3 times. This is the 4th time, and the 50 is already curling up. So, if we could go across on this 4 hour now, this is gonna result in a massive move higher. So, again, 0 DT cross on calls will be what to look for tomorrow. 50 dip on calls, and yeah, I mean that's what I'm gonna be looking for tomorrow. So individual tickers, man, swinging is just so easy when you have the system because honestly, I've barely been trading futures. This is the first time that I took a trade on NQ, and I can't even remember the last time I took a normal NQ trade off the SPY charts because Swings have been just netting a lot easier moves and just like stress-free. I mean, I don't have to look at these charts all day. I mean, look at this. I went over this before. Nike, such a clean chart. I mean, we ended up pulling back to this 50. I told you guys this was one that I was long on, and look at the move we got. I mean, I actually ended up selling my August ones for 40%, and then I ended up rolling into the nearest Friday expiration, which was this Friday. Those are currently up like 170%, maybe 160. I sold half at 150. I sold half of the half that I had at like 200%, and I'm just letting the rest ride. So, we got above the 10. You can see what happened. That's why, I did favor this going higher, because we got a daily closure above the 10. That's why I ended up swinging some of my position for this Friday, because we got the confirmation above the daily 10 SMA. 50's up, 10's up, looks really good, and we're getting that continuation today. At this point, trades risk free, and if we could get like another daily candle that goes higher, that'd be great, and that's probably where I'm going to sell my position at. But Nike, really clean setup. If we flip to what else do we got on the list? Palantir, nothing that I took on this, but if you look at the daily chart, actually this is the July, this is the wrong contract. I didn't want this one pulled up, I don't think, but if this 30-minute chart crosses, this will actually be a pretty good looking setup, because I believe the August ones are crossed. So if we flip this, okay, I don't have it, but I'm pretty sure the August contracts are crossed for the 15th on the daily chart. We just got to pull back the last 2 days, and then we end up getting a nice bounce off the daily 50 today. So if this 30-minute chart crosses on Palantir, this is what I'd be using for an entry point. So if you don't buy the 50 dip on like the daily chart off the August contracts, then your next entry point is to wait for the 30-minute for the weeklies to cross. So it's kind of whatever, personal preference for you. The 30-minute, once the 30-minute crosses, that's when you could take the like shorter expiration and swing it. On the daily charts, I like to buy the like 1 month out contracts from where we're at. So with Nike, a little bit different, because the like nearest Friday contracts were kind of destroyed. So I don't even know what those look like, to be honest, because I just rolled it into this Fridays because we got that daily closure with the 10. The weeklies probably did cross today, I would have to imagine, but if this chart crosses, good stock to long. If we look at Reddit, another one that was really good looking. You could see, I ended up playing this last time for like a couple 100%, and now pulled back to this 50 once, twice, 3 times off the 50, close above the 10. Now all we have to do is wait for the 30-minute chart to cross. I know that chart's not crossed. I was watching it for it today, not this 30-minute, but the nearest Friday expiration. I was looking for that to cross today, which we never got. So that'll be one to look for. If we get the 30-minute cross, this is a really good setup to take, because again, daily chart is crossed. We're bouncing off key support, which is this 50 SMA. We closed above the 10. Now we just need the 30-minute on the weeklies to cross to get the entry point. Again, like I said, you could buy this 50 dip. If you did, you would be up like 50%, on these contracts. So it's kind of whatever one you want to do. It really doesn't matter. You can buy the 50 dips. If we get a closure below, you could close it out. Sometimes I have taken some trades where I didn't close it on the initial close under the 50. It really depends on how much it closes under by, because if it's only a little closure below, the next candle could actually open above it and wick off of it and continue. So if it's like a very like clear close under, then that's when I'd stop out. But Reddit, really good looking setup. CVX, I actually stopped out on. I'm not sure. I think I told you guys I was long on this. I bought the 50 dip, but it closes for 37%. We ended up getting this massive wick. Like I said previously, I was actually up like 70% up here, but again, I'm looking for that multi-day continuation, just like on Nike. Like I didn't sell it on the initial bounce. I ended up selling some today because we're up 150%. Like that's the type of move I'm looking for. Over 100%, that's what I'm looking for to take a trim. That's what these types of trades move off of. Like the expected moves, like I'm not looking for like 30-40%. That's nothing. Like I'm looking for that daily trend to go like send us higher. And this chart honestly could probably still get back above. We'll have to see what tomorrow's like. But CVX clear close below the daily 50, so I ended up stopping out of that. Today, I actually closed it today because I don't even think I was on the charts yesterday, so I actually couldn't close it yesterday on this closure below. So I think I might have been down like 40% yesterday, and then it bounced up a little bit. But yeah, that was CVX. Is there anything else we got here? Okay, this is the Palantir chart. So the daily chart, like I said, is crossed. We pulled back to the 50, and now, like I said, you just have to wait for this 30-minute chart over here to cross. So 10's got to go below the 50, and then you could go long on Palantir for the nearest Friday expiration, get a solid move out of it. We'll have to see if that actually happens though, because this 30-minute 50 is sloped down quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, those are some setups that I'm watching. It's pretty simple. We're just playing crosses and daily 50 bounces. I mean, it's really not that hard. I have a bunch of other setups that I'm watching, but that would be way too much to go over, and the premium's gotta be worth something, right? So that's where all my trades are shared. There's some really good ones that I've added today. But yeah, Discord's be if you want to learn. That's all I got for today. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub, and I'm out. Peace.